Hello, this is BitFlipper. I am excited because the troop just launched a new update. It includes a new scenario and a couple new features, so I thought we would play the new scenario and look at the new features. So we have a new scenario called the Pathless Trodden. We have another preview of force selection, which they had in the previous one, but it seems like there's some additional features here, including weather and some stuff to do with force size. We have breachable hedges, which is awesome. They definitely needed that, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. And they added Churchills, which is very cool. They added a new unit type as well, which is an infantry officer / HQ units. And then increased map camera zoom out and exposed player unit stats. This is, I'm hoping, well, I'll be interested to see what this is, because this is also something that they could definitely improve upon. So yeah, with that, let's get in and just play. This is completely blind. I have not seen this or played this at all. Churchills tackled the bocage. We're just going to play as Commonwealth and get going. I'm excited. Yeah, it's pleasant that, their last update added a new mission, and this one added a new mission too, so the cadence is pretty fast, about a month apart, I believe. D-Day plus 20. Operation Epsom has begun in earnest. Leading the way are newly arrived Churchill tanks. Although slow, the Churchills can negotiate obstacles and terrain impassable to other armored vehicles. Okay, so maybe only the Churchills can bust through the bocage or the hedges.
This operation depends on rapid early progress. Push on and bypass enemy where necessary.
Interesting. Okay, we haven't had anything like that before. Oh, okay. So it's impassable after you breached other vehicles, but you can see through it, and there's specific spots that are breachable.
Yes, sir.
Well, cool. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we've got 4 Churchills. It's a lot.
Receiving.
Universal Carrier. Oh, this is one of those new HQ units.
Reporting.
They'll be interesting to look at. 2-inch mortar team. Infantry, LMG, infantry, LMG, infantry, LMG, infantry, LMG. Looking pretty standard.
Yes, sir.
Alright, and then our objective is way up here. So, well, if this is truly, if we're going to take our sort of intro text at face value, it seems to me like we want to basically stay in cover as long as possible over here, and then head up this road to our objective up here. I believe that's the only objective, so I think we're just going to move
Yes, sir.
these guys over and sort of, we're just going to try to shift everybody.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Receiving.
We will be able to bust through here, so we can, but
Yes, sir.
I don't think we even want to go over here if we don't have to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Whoops.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We can bust through here too, actually. Maybe we do
Yes, sir.
some units through here. Let's try that. I'm just gonna close my door. Let's see. This doesn't have anybody in it, so we can throw
Receiving.
Put it next to... So we know vehicle... Ooh. Okay, we know vehicles cannot traverse this. I don't think... Because this is wheeled, not... Oh, it is tracked. Okay, so that should be able to cross here.
Receiving. Receiving.
So the Churchills can smash through here, but this can't go through. So I think we
Yes,
do... Have 2 go through there. 2 are going to go left. This
Receiving.
will also go
Receiving.
over here. We're going to rotate it. And actually
Receiving.
rotate these 2.
Yes, sir.
And who do we want to put in that armored personnel carrier?
Yes, sir.
Maybe a machine gun team. We can try to go set up in a house somewhere or something.
Reporting.
I'm assuming, since they didn't say otherwise, that the infantry can go through the gaps here. So we're going to do that. And I guess we'll have the HQ. We don't really know what they do yet. I'm assuming they'll have some abilities. We'll just leave them with these guys for now. I don't know if they're going to be able to breach from this hex, so I'm actually going to just like optimize a little bit here in case we need to kind of jockey around to get through. Mortar's going to stay down here. Obviously, really, you wouldn't want to leave this mortar unprotected, but, well, we'll just try and see what happens. Yeah, and actually, I think we want to do this and
Yes, sir.
this. Alright, let's see what happens here. First off, let's
Yes, sir.
take a look at what this looks like. I'm going to keep my hatches closed as we just bust through this with no idea of
Yes,
what's
sir.
on the other side. It's going to end the turn regardless, it looks like, no matter where we stop, so we might as well just... Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I'm assuming you can move. Ooh, can you not?
Reporting.
It does say it's passable by foot. Maybe it just consumes all movement points.
Reporting. Reporting.
Oh, let's look at this. Rally infantry. Okay, so you can remove suppression from a nearby infantry. Okay, that's cool. And they've got smoke grenades. Oh, and they do have weapons,
Yes, sir.
too.
Reporting.
I wasn't sure if they were going to function fully as a support role or if they could actually attack, so it's interesting. Alright,
Yes, sir.
it's interesting that
On our
they
way.
can go through.
Reporting.
Huh. Well,
Moving out.
I do think we want these guys
Yes,
to
sir.
go through like that. I'm going to open the hatches on this guy, improve our spotting a little bit. And
On the move.
so we need to get 3 units to the objective. This is just cool. This is a new mission type too, I think. I don't believe there was anything like this in the currently released missions.
Reporting.
So it's cool to see
Moving
them
out.
branching out.
Reporting. Moving out.
Alright, and then those guys are going to take a little bit to get through.
Yes, sir.
Have these guys mount up on there.
Receiving.
And we're just going to drive
On the
along
move.
here.
Yes, sir. On the move.
And these are slow and lumbering.
Receiving.
So it's something about crew stats. I'm curious. Or friendly player stats. I'm curious what that means. So far not seeing any additional stats here that we didn't see before, I think. Oh, we'll see. Maybe when we get into combat or something. So our hatches.
On the move.
Alright. And with these guys, I think we mostly
sir.
just want to get, like, start getting some eyes.
On our way.
Gonna do that. They are gonna be crouched, not prone, but try to get kind of that angle.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Right, we can move a little bit more.
On our way. Reporting.
Alright, I think that's
Reporting.
everybody that we want to do anything, so let's see what happens. Oh! That's new too. I like that. That's good. I definitely accidentally ended my turn a couple times when I didn't mean to previously, so it's a nice little quality of life upgrade.
Reporting.
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out these. It said something about friendly unit stats. I feel like this isn't showing anything that it wasn't before. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe we should look at the options real quick. Haven't actually shown these before on one of these videos. Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually know that. That's interesting. Those would be interesting to play around with if you're trying to get some more realism out of the game or whatever. But the point is, I don't see anything here. Sometimes these strategy games will have like a toggle that says, show the sort of the actual calculations or the odds or whatever. I was wondering if maybe there was something to turn on in order to see odds more. But what was the other thing? Oh yeah, they said you could zoom out farther, and this is indeed farther. It also feels to me like this runs more smoothly. I'm wondering if they did anything there. But anyways, let's get back to it. Let's
Yes,
open
sir.
your hatches. Get a little better visibility.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Right now, I'm mostly just trying to scout. What I don't want is, in this sort of closed-in area, just a,
Moving out.
shoulder-mounted anti-tank weapon will wreak havoc on these things. A Panzerfaust or a Panzerschreck. So, trying to get some more
Moving out.
men on the ground who can look around and try to scout for us a little bit better.
Moving out.
It's kind of interesting. So it doesn't seem like there's any benefit to mashing that down as far as people moving across it. I suspect, like, this is brand new. I suspect they're
Yes,
going to mess around with that. But I would think that it would be easier to walk across a previously smashed down area than to try to, like, wriggle through the bushes.
On the move.
Like I said before, we know our objectives up here, so I'm just going to kind of try to steer clear of all this. We should provide some sort of, like, maybe a little bit of rear security here, just as we push this direction. So we can do that.
Yes, sir.
Then with him, I'm going to try to push this way
On
a
our
bit.
way.
Okay, we haven't seen anybody yet. Maybe we can scout a little more with
Reporting.
these guys.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
I'm not ready to just put them right out in the open quite yet.
Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting. Moving out.
We could have popped them through there. Maybe that would have been the smart thing to do, but I don't know.
Receiving. On the move. Yes, sir.
I don't if there's really any point in breaking through here. I don't know if it, I mean, it would allow us to egress out of here more quickly. You know, less of a bottleneck here, but, well,
Yes, sir.
sure. Actually, let's move this one first so we
Receiving.
don't get in its way, because this one I definitely want to just keep.
On the move.
I'd like to get it out in front, actually, and do a little bit of scouting.
Yes, sir.
But this
On
one
the
here.
move.
And I think we're good. Let's see if anything happens. That's so nice. I still want them to add something where you can mark a unit as like, I'm happy with this unit. It's done, even though it has movement points left or whatever. That way you could, you know, once again back to like Panzer Corps, you can press. I actually don't know what the default keybind is. I always bind it to Z, but basically say, hey, I'm done with this unit. Don't remind me of it. It'd be nice if you could do that, because then you could literally like, and if it's also sort of showed up on, is grayed out on this list over here, so that at the end of your turn, you'd only get the pop-up notification if you were truly not activating a unit that you might have meant to activate. But I'm sure they'll get there. Like I said, this is... We were spotted, I think. Oh, okay. We've got a light machine gun group with a Panzerfaust down there. So they are scary if they come through these trees. We definitely want to get some infantry here that can deal with them a little better. Yeah, I don't know why they're just laying out in the open. That's kind of a bad spot for them to be, but...
Yes, sir.
Pretty nervous about back here. But I also don't want to turn the rear of my tank, leaving it that wide open, so
Yes,
I think
sir.
I might actually do this
On our way.
for now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, we are going to pop through here. It's going to end our turn
On the move.
anyways, but it's fine. Yeah, that's cool that the big heavy tanks can
Yes, sir.
bust through like that.
On our way.
There. Another small thing they might want to add at some point is
Reporting.
when I'm just playing this and I'm not recording at all, I tend to just... well, it depends on how, I guess, excited I am about the next turn or what I think might happen, but
Moving out.
I tend to skip the animations after I've been playing for a while just because they're, you know, it just speeds the game up. But the animations in this game actually look really good. It would be nice if another option was to just speed up the animations. You know, if you could set them to like 150% speed or something, so you could still watch them go, but not.
Yes, sir.
So here's the deal. We can try to mortar these guys. Our mortar's going to be immediately spotted and just wrecked by a light mortar, but it's going to happen eventually. We might as well just get us started. So let's do it. So actually my only thought with that is they probably spotted us this turn as well, which means that their mortar might open up against us, in which case we could get the first shot on it if we wait one more turn. So I'm going to do that.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
We can't see them, I believe. They definitely did something performance-wise. The enemy unit's turn was very fast compared to how long it's taken in the past, and just moving around, this feels... I mean, I have a pretty beefy computer, like a good graphics card and stuff, and it definitely was a little bit laggy and had some frame drops sometimes, so this feels pretty snappy right now, so that's cool.
Moving out.
You'll note there, I only used 3 movement points, so I'll have 1 left just in case I saw somebody to try to shoot. I
Yes, sir.
don't, so just
On
gonna
our
do
way.
this.
Reporting.
Don't really want to be fully exposed down the road there.
Yes, sir. On our
almost onto the road where this thing's going to get a lot of movement.
Receiving.
And you, I think we're just going to go
On the move.
over here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we can't see them. I think we're going to wait here. Like I said, I do not want to get on the wrong side of that Panzerfaust. Or, yeah, Panzerfaust. So, yeah, let's see. See if we get attacked. Okay, I'm not surprised. Did hit us. It's a pretty long shot. They used their one Panzerfaust and we didn't take any damage, so that's pretty good. We also did not get attacked by mortars. We may have not had any of our infantry spotted yet.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Yeah, I still don't see anything related to unit stats. I might ask about that on the Discord. It's possible I'm just missing something here. But should be able to see them. Alright, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's take a shot. Okay, I gotta kill him, 10% suppression.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't really want to walk my guys out there yet. 10% is
Receiving.
something, but it's not a ton. So they fired their Panzerfaust. There's bound to be more of those guys around, but we gotta start scouting a bit, so I'm not too worried about them just with an LMG, but we'll still keep our distance a little bit.
Receiving.
And then you, I definitely want, like, looking down the road here.
On the move.
I'm also really curious how, you know, obviously there are weather effects, and they've talked about adding weather. I would imagine some of the things that it might change in the, you know, gameplay-wise, if it's not already in the game, is, you know, certainly related to maybe movement, like if they simulate muddiness, stuff like that. Probably visibility as well, I would imagine. You know, if it's all overcast and rainy and stuff, it's harder to spot. I could see that being, that makes a lot of sense, and you know, it's pretty common in these sorts of games. I'm gonna move these guys up and use the tank as a bit of cover. Because once again, this game does simulate that from a line of sight perspective. You'll note that if they had their machine gun right here, they could not see our men here who are directly in the space right behind that vehicle, which is pretty cool. Kind of want to scout these woods out. Don't see anybody.
On our way.
Go one more.
Reporting.
And
Moving out.
yeah, I think we're just going to want these guys over here to clear out this area. And let's see here. And similarly, there's a lot going on over here. I still don't want to like put these guys out where they're going to be easily spotted by the, fired upon by that light machine gun. So let's get our, there's this infantry squad across the street here. They will be visible from there. Well, the trees over here might block. This is only a half-height hedge. Okay, yeah, they're partially obstructed, so probably going to take some fire, but gotta keep moving. That's what our briefing said, at least. Well, that thing didn't even move, so I'm gonna...
Yes, sir.
Let's just do it. Oh, scored a hit on the first shot. That's pretty good for the mortars in this game, and I think in real life. You know, never. From what I understand, that's typically how that goes. But I've never, never been in the military or fired a mortar or anything like that. But
yes, sir.
Yeah. Huh, this is really interesting. I don't just want to push these tanks up into these trees. We kind of at the mercy of the
Yes, sir.
slow movement speed of our foot units here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I was kind of debating moving them out into the open and trying to fire on them, but they still don't know we're here, I think, and I
Reporting.
don't want a lucky Panzerfaust shot to hit us, so...
Reporting.
What's the line of sight like from here to there? We can see.
Reporting.
We will be standing if we move there, and not in the trees. It's not worth it. Just gonna leave them there for now.
Reporting.
Because out here, that LMG's gonna hurt. Alright.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Oh, yeah, move you guys. Huh.
Moving out.
Let's do that.
Reporting.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Alright, they just moved to where we can't see them. These guys are getting in the house, which honestly would have been a much better place to have them initially anyways. Alright, so we're spotted here. We need to keep pushing up and then also attempt to...
Receiving.
We're just going to kind of zoom right past these guys.
On the move.
Okay, yeah. We might be in some trouble here if they hit us with some hand grenades.
Receiving.
What I wanted to see is, can we see... Really? Wow.
Receiving.
What about from there?
Receiving. On the move. Reporting.
Well, we gotta go move these guys for sure, because
Moving out.
they can definitely see them.
Reporting.
Mostly I just want to kind of
Moving out.
clear this area here and make sure that we don't have anything that's going to hit us in the flank while we try to get the rest of our guys around, so I'm going to move them there momentarily.
Yes, sir.
And then, honestly, we're just going to push up.
On our way.
This is still fog of war over here, but... And let's at least get our turret kind of centered again.
Yes, sir. On our way.
It's a bit risky, but
Reporting. Moving out. Reporting.
and
Yes,
it
sir.
seems like that Panzerfaust team does not want to come out and play, so we're just going to
On the move.
do one of these. I do wonder about
Reporting.
if I should leave an infantry group back, squad back here with my mortars. Like, I don't know if these guys will push out and try to get to us.
Moving out.
It's probably honestly worth it. Or at least, you know, maybe push them around in here and harass those guys, so.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Just keep kind of using the tanks as cover here.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, they fired their Panzerfaust, so we should... they shouldn't have any more. Obviously... Ooh, I think if they have Panzerfaust, they may not have hand grenades in this game. Either way, I don't want to get too close, so I'm just going to do this. And honestly, I was going to scout this out, but
Reporting.
nobody's coming out to hit us, so we might
Reporting.
kind of move one of these guys a little bit
Moving
through,
out.
but the other ones I'm just going to keep going up this direction.
Yes, sir. sir.
and put these guys to use. Less worried about those guys over there, and at this point, these guys seem like they could be a pretty serious threat. If you get, oh, missed. Alright, I think some action might happen this time around. Yeah, they're gonna frag it. That could potentially hurt. Ooh. So I think that killed the... I'm interested if that was the crew or the unit that was being carried. Let's take a look. Either way, they're probably all dead because it looks like it was the crew and part of the unit being carried. They're suppressed. Oh, maybe this is what it was talking about. Maybe just added suppressed. It's not exactly what I was hoping.
Yes, sir.
I was hoping for more like info on
Receiving.
what like dice rolls might look like and stuff, but
Yes, sir.
alright, can you cannot
Yes, sir.
you see cannot man. This is
Yes, sir.
these guys are being a problematic. If we go there, you should be able to see from there, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're gonna do that.
On our way.
I suspect we might not be able to aim and fire. Oh, we can. It's gonna be minimal, but alright.
Yes, sir.
And then these guys were just
On our way. Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting.
definitely want to keep
Moving
our
out.
HQ unit secure, I think.
Reporting.
And like I said, you know, we're going to go up this direction, so I don't know that I don't want to push these guys up any further, and I might even pull them back a little bit. I still want some sort of rear security here. I mean, obviously, idea like that single squad's not,
Yes, sir.
you know, it's fairly limited in what it can do, but at least I'll be able to see if somebody's coming this direction a little bit. I think we might have to do some house-to-house fighting here to get these guys out, because they're just going to keep moving around where I can't hit them with the tank. For now...
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Receiving.
Oh, that's another thought.
Receiving. On the move.
I can bust through down here and kind of get a look down that road.
Yes, sir.
Alright, here, what can we do to those guys? That would be a clear line of sight. That would not. That would. So what I'm thinking is, we close our hatches here. Let's not get a grenade
Yes, sir.
dropped in the top. Recheck this out. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. We want to move as little as possible because it's going to keep our steadiness up. I mean, it's still dropped quite a bit, but it's going to make it more likely that we hit these guys. Alright. Fair bit of suppression and a kill. It's not terrible.
Yes, sir.
Mortar team. Do we feel like we're in danger of hitting our own guys? That is a bit close. It could definitely land there. I'm going to go here. I mean, you can make the argument that they're probably going to die anyways. It probably, as soon as I clicked, I actually was thinking, you know, it probably would have been better to
Moving out.
try to go after the same guys again, but
Reporting.
oh well. These guys, I'm a bit worried that they're just going to pop over here and be back where they can see
Moving out.
us, so go this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Still really getting the heebie-jeebies about these trees. Just gonna move one of these guys all the way through, just to feel a little better.
Moving out.
Alright, there's a little bit of fog of war still over here. Well, actually, a fair bit through there, but
Yes, sir.
feel a little more comfortable. Let's move
On our
you
way.
here. Alright. Let's see if the stunned LMG team in the road gets absolutely wiped or what. Alright. So, definitely... Ooh, I wish I'd done that a bit differently.
Yes, sir.
In
Reporting.
retrospect, I would have liked the machine gun to be one of these machine guns to be the team back here, and these people to be over here for...
Yes, sir.
If I'm gonna do an infantry style assault in this house, I would rather
On our way.
not be using my LMGs for that, but it's fine. We're gonna do a grenade attack. Oh, we can't. That's right.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it's
Yes,
better
sir.
for us to be in that house or not. We've got one LMG and one rifle. It's actually pretty reasonable damage. We're gonna die if we stay here, though.
Yes, sir.
Where can we get to cover? I think that's what we want. Really nowhere. I think we have to pick a direction and go that direction.
Yes, sir.
Since most of our forces are over here, I think we go that direction. The other option is you know what? No. This is a light machine gun. This is too, but I think if we go here, maybe, that probably provides us the best protection from both.
On our way.
Actually, don't know if this fence actually does anything line of sight wise, or it does not. Okay, well,
Yes, sir.
maybe lucky suppression.
Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting.
Oh, right. I haven't played this in a little bit, and I haven't played any missions recently where a lot of my guys had smoke. I forgot that these guys had smoke grenades. That would have made approaching this house a bit safer. And
Moving out.
so that's good to know. Alright. Dinner was ready, so I took a quick break, but we're back. Yeah,
Reporting.
so should have been using smokes
Yes,
here,
sir.
but whatever. We're fine. Oh boy, I just feel like this is not very well
Yes,
planned out
sir.
here, but here we are. I think we want to keep moving forward here.
On our way.
And can we? Yes, it's probably not going to hit, but try. Alright.
Yes, sir.
And then these guys.
On the move.
I don't think anything's going to hit. We're moving around a lot, and they're a small target and
Yes, sir.
prone. Alright. So rather than just continuing to try to hit
Receiving.
them, let's focus over here for a little bit and see what else
On the
we see.
move.
Alright. Don't see anybody down the road. Could be some more people back in these bushes, but
Yes, sir.
I think for now,
Yes, sir.
we just... Actually, how... It's minimal. I think we just do
On
this.
our way.
don't particularly want to go out through the open over here, so I think we'll just kind of maybe get on this road.
Reporting. Moving out.
I like having these sort of like half-height hedges that you can kind of, well, this is a full height here actually, but you know, we can start going down the road, and then if we get shot from this direction, we can kind of go back here, or vice versa.
Reporting. Moving out.
But first we have to make it through this hedge, so...
Yes, sir.
Our mortar team still. There's way too many friendlies over here, so we're just going to try to drop this on this guy again. A little suppression.
Reporting.
And then I definitely don't want to push the light machine gun team in a, you know,
Moving out.
defensive position in that house, but we can try to scout this area out a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
And let's see here. Our hatches are closed. It's for the best.
On the move.
Just push up a little bit here. Odds of us hitting here, yeah, not great again, but you know, we moved, so that's really bad, and then the smoke is not great on top of that, but smoke goes both ways, so that's good. You know, they're gonna have a hard time shooting out of there as well. Let's see. So I still want to keep some like rearward view, but we don't have a lot of guys here. I don't think they're, seems like they're playing pretty like static defenses right now, so we'll just kind of keep moving, and they can still see behind us a bit. Alright, let's go. I kind of have a bad feeling about one of these teams here, but we will see. Honestly, I'd rather they give away their position that way than shooting a, you know, point blanking a Churchill with a Panzerfaust, so we'll take it. Yeah, we knew you were there. Yeah, we also knew that was probably going to happen. Alright, so...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we basically just want to get some grenades on these guys.
On our way.
Yeah. Only one.
Yes, sir.
Well, should still be able to grenade from here. Ooh, I don't know if they can inside. The grenade range inside might be 1. It is. Well,
On our way.
that's probably not great, but
Yes, sir.
these guys are not in smoke anymore, and we have not moved, so this should be a lot better. And we can whole MG them first, which is good too. Got a kill, and then... yeah, that's pretty good. Knock them out.
Yes, sir.
Here, can we see these? This other team over here. We can. Same deal. Oh, okay. These heavier tanks, that turret traversal is a lot, so we don't actually have enough gunnery points to shoot this turn, but that's fine. And then these guys, I don't really want them to die. We haven't used them yet, but
Yes, sir.
seem like a more specialized unit that we want to
Receiving.
protect, so.
On the
I just
move.
want to get a good look down this road, I think. Alright, we didn't spot any enemies, so
Yes, sir.
start
On our
moving some
way.
guys across these hedges. Now these guys are kind of out in the open.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Maybe should not have
Reporting.
done that, but here we
Moving
are.
out.
Ooh, could we use the smoke grenades to our advantage in any way?
Reporting.
If we moved up, we probably could, actually.
Moving out.
This may be risky, because they might just turn around and shoot us, but I think if we... Oh, no, okay. Thought we could maybe throw one over the house, but... Does not appear so. We can't do that. Alright, well...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's see. I'm
Reporting.
gonna have one guy go up, or one squad kind of head up
Moving
this
out.
side, just so we get some visibility over here. Meantime, we're definitely not dropping a mortar on them. That is Fratercide
Yes, sir.
City. If we do that, so we'll attack this light machine gun team over here. Yeah, not even close.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I don't really like how bunched up we are here. Like, all of our forces are kind of in one spot. Being sad it's going to take more than one turn to remedy that,
Yes,
because
sir.
these guys are effectively blocking the road. This was a
Receiving.
bad spot for this to get wind up. So,
Yes, sir.
we definitely don't want to move further forward. I don't want to get any closer to that Panzer Rush with this guy, so
Yes, sir.
we're going to close the hatches here, and... well...
On the move.
we're not going to have enough gunnery points, I don't think. I was wondering if I could hit these guys with cannon again. I think we are. It's going to be minimal, probably. Yeah. Kill suppression. That is worth it.
Yes, sir.
And, yeah, just these guys. Alright.
Reporting.
Oh, got you. Let's just continue scouting
Moving
around
out.
out here. I don't, you know, it's gamey. I don't like to play games this way. I will say I haven't seen the enemy AI I've talked about in previous videos is actually pretty solid. Where I think it tends to break down is infantry versus vehicles. Sometimes infantry will make just kind of dumb movements towards vehicles. That's like, you know, I'm just gonna kill you really easily. One thing I haven't really seen yet, though, but for the most part, they're actually very good, especially like infantry to infantry or vehicle to vehicle fighting seems actually, the AI is quite good. I haven't seen, like, on these sort of we're attacking missions, I haven't seen any big counterattacks. Like, you know, I have no idea if the AI is programmed such that this light machine gun team might try to come take out this mortar team down here or whatever.
Reporting.
So it's game-wise, it's probably unnecessary to have this team over here. But, you know,
Yes, sir.
we'll just keep them there just in case, and can use them for scouting and whatnot.
Reporting.
Alright, got one more. Let's keep you guys
Moving
in the
out.
bushes. Alright. Well, let's see. This is probably going to be eventful. So they moved. That's a bit of a bummer, just because means we're going to traverse our turret again, but... Oh, interesting. They did not attack. Well, should be pretty good there
Yes,
then.
sir.
Let's try this first. If we can hit him with the whole MG, we can. Be a little odds, but... Then we do this. Yeah, got a couple of them. Move forward.
Moving out.
See if we get some small arms fire. Yeah, I'm still not seeing new stats here. I actually haven't thought about that while I was having dinner. I'm wondering if the new stats are specifically on the... it was listed below the force planner. They haven't updated the force planner. I'm wondering if in the force planner they mean they have stats or something like that. Would really like to see some additional stats added here. Specifically, I don't know, you know, in games in general, when you can turn on additional stats in the tooltips or UI, I almost always turn it on. I'm thinking of like Unity of Command or whatever, or I think Panzer Corps also does this, where you can turn on basically the advanced tooltips that will give you sort of all the probabilities. I like to see that. I like understanding the game and how it's calculating things. So I hope in the long run they add some things here about like, well, what does an SMG actually mean? Like, you know, RNG wise and stuff. I suspect they will, you know, but
Reporting.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Grenade these guys again. Really, no kills. That is unlucky.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, we can do this. Some suppression.
Reporting. Moving out.
They should be able to hit. There we go. Alright.
Yes, sir.
These guys are still up, which is actually... Ooh, cannot see them. Okay, well, let's for now... they might be able to see them from here, actually. I was going to say, either way, I think this is a good spot for them. I think we're going to leave them here for now, while we get some guys across this road. Okay, not bad.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to open our hatches back up, get some visibility, and try to proceed down this road a little bit further.
On the move.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize we fully suppressed them. That's great.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
On the move.
Don't see anybody, so do that.
Yes, sir.
Your turn's over.
Reporting.
Get some guys out into the field here, see if we can see
Moving
anybody. Alright. And then same thing
Reporting.
here, kind of back in this orchard or whatever this
Moving out.
is.
Yes, sir.
And the light machine
On
gun
our way.
did too. Alright.
Yes, sir.
Still have our mortar squad. We know there's some people in here still. They might have moved. I think we're just going to try to hit these guys again. Nope.
Reporting.
And we still have you. It's honestly not worth like trying to go start anything over here. I think we might just keep them up on the road here to sort of provide some rear security and visibility. So let's move them that direction.
Receiving.
And you. So this is all Fog of War still. Panzerfaust's team there would be pretty devastating. I also don't want to just like completely outpace my infantry, so I actually think for now we are going to just sit tight one more turn. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know Churchill's. I don't know. I'm really into World War II armor. But I will say I do not know a whole lot about the Commonwealth armor. I mean, I know a bit about like the Lend-Lease Shermans that were, you know, adapted and, or not even just, yeah, the Shermans, but like these I don't know a whole lot about. So I didn't realize this had a smoke canister launcher, or maybe it's an exhaust type smoke dispenser. Either way.
Receiving.
Well, it looks like it's a canister based on where I can place them. I'm assuming that's historically accurate. The other thing is I don't think any of the previous videos I've made, we have, looks like one white phosphorus shell. This does some damage if you fire it on infantry in particular, but the really nice thing is it'll create smoke where you fire it, so we can also use that for concealment. But for now, I think I'm just going to stay here, and let's see what happens. else. I think one thing, thinking back to the options we saw earlier, once again, I'm not a,
Yes,
when it
sir.
comes to games, like,
On our way.
I like games that are attempt to be realistic in the sense that they're trying to simulate what happened, and that could mean, like, actually factually what happened, or that could mean
Reporting.
they're trying to recreate the feeling of what happened. I guess all that to say, like, I don't necessarily feel like everything needs to be 100% historically accurate in order to sort of recreate the feeling of planning, like, in this case, you know, platoon level, like, squad movement and such. But it is a little hokey to me that I can tell when my guys are quote-unquote unspotted again. You know, earlier these guys were spotted, we've moved into the bushes, now we've got this little icon that says they're, I guess, hidden. I think it, you know, it's fine. I might change the settings after this to sort of the midpoint one where you see when they're hidden at the beginning of the game, but once they're spotted, you're not notified if they're re-hidden again. I feel like that might increase the difficulty a little bit and, you know, just be a little bit more maybe immersive.
On the move.
Because it is a little bit hokey that right now I'm like, oh, I know for a fact that the AI doesn't know where those guys are. Let's just get our turret kind of sort of straightened out again. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
It's still minimal. Actually, before we end that tank's turn and use our primary
sir.
shot, let's see if we can hit him with the light more, because this is a follow-up shot, so theoretically more accurate. Just a little suppression. Well, okay.
Yes, sir.
We want to fire on these guys. The Panzerfaust is scary. Not too worried about the light machine. You know, not as worried about the light machine gun, but the Panzerfaust is not.
Moving out.
Just getting some suppression
Yes, sir.
there. This should just be that as well. But they're suppressed for the whole next turn, which is
Yes,
really
sir.
what we're after, so that's great. I'm going to risk
way.
moving these guys across the road then, or kind of into the road, I guess. And then our HQ
Reporting.
guys, we will move right
Moving
here.
out.
I like this idea.
Reporting.
I haven't
Reporting.
really figured out how to successfully use them yet. You know, the rally is pretty cool. Yeah, there's probably some interesting strategies you could do with
Reporting.
grouping that unit up with another unit that you know might frequently become suppressed, but maybe not,
Moving out.
you know, outright killed or something like that. I don't know. Or I guess putting them in a group of your soldiers.
Receiving.
I
Reporting.
wonder if this has the range at which somebody's rallied. Next turn we'll have to try to remember to click that and see if it shows a range.
Moving out.
And not prone, but I want to get some more visibility out here. Alright, it's not too bad. I mean, there still could be somebody back here, over here, but
Receiving.
move them up just a little bit.
On the move.
This is definitely want infantry to lead there.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got these guys. Same deal. I don't want to stop right next to the house on the off chance there's either a Panzerfaust team or somebody like satchel charges in there. Maybe we'll move out to this field and kind of get a look that direction. We are sort of exposed from these houses here, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. Okay. Got a half track. Looks like it's just got a pintle machine gun. It's not a any sort of anti-tank weapon. Can you see that?
Receiving.
I think you should be able to. Not quite. I think you should be able to shoot from there. Really? Well.
On the move.
Yeah, it's... Alright, well we definitely just want to move these guys up 2 this time.
Moving out. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. On our way. Yes, sir.
Alright. So I think the fact that we haven't been shot with a Panzerfaust from either of those houses yet is probably a good sign. This is still a little bit sketchy, but I'm going to take a bit of a risk. Keep the hatches closed, but... I should have straightened out the turret first before we did that. Oh well.
Reporting.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
You are gonna move
On our way.
just across the field here. Actually, let's try the mortar again on that one remaining
Yes, sir.
enemy LMG squad over here. Nope. Alright. This is probably going to be minimal because of the smoke. Might be able to hit them with grenades from here. Yes. It's not great odds because it's kind of far and they're in the smoke, but... Well, okay.
Yes, sir.
Minimal. Interesting. Guess it's mostly the full smoke, and they're prone, and the unit size is small, but... And the half... Okay. I guess it makes sense. I don't think it's
Yes,
worth
sir.
keeping these guys here. We're just gonna move them up.
On our way. Reporting.
I don't think there's any way for
Moving out.
these guys to drive this vehicle. Yeah. So I guess we'll just
Moving
move
out.
them here and keep them with these guys in case we need to rally somebody.
Yes, sir.
Get this Churchill here. Well, got nothing else to do currently. I don't really want to move them quite yet, so. Wow, that was a bit of suppression there.
Reporting.
And these guys are just
Moving
kind
out.
of moving back over here. Did a little scouting mission over there. Alright. A little patrol. I bet he just runs, yeah. That's fine. Just stay there and shoot at me. Oh man, don't drive away. I wonder if it dropped off troops over there or if it's just driving around.
Reporting.
Alright. I think for now we're just gonna leave these guys. They're great.
Moving out.
Ooh, that's not infantries. Did not mean to do that. Just
Moving
look
out.
up there.
Yes, sir.
So the half track's moving. I think that makes our odds to hit pretty low if we attempt to hit them with a mortar. Let's do this. Maybe we get lucky. There, we did. Perfect. Alright.
Reporting.
Definitely want to get some eyes on what's going on up in
Moving
here.
out.
And I sort of like this spot, actually. I'd like to explore around here a little more, but it'll be good to see if somebody's coming down that road.
Yes, sir.
Advance this guy up to here, I think.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Maybe to here for now.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Need our infantry to catch up here. A little spooked about everything going on over there. Up in all these buildings. I have a suspicion that it's possible that this guy dropped some troops off over here, so they might be behind these half-height hedges. Turn 12. I don't know what our... I haven't been paying attention if it said how many turns we have remaining or not, but...
Moving out.
I don't want to go too slowly here, but... Also, there could be like a light machine gun team right there, so...
Reporting.
I'll leave this light machine gun team in the bushes for now.
Moving out.
I'll try to get somebody up into one of these houses, I think. Alright, we're just gonna
Reporting.
get a little risky here.
Moving out.
Yeah, I thought there was some somewhere. Well, these guys are probably in for a bad time next turn.
Receiving.
But, once again, we drove our tank to, you know... actually, do they not have line of sight here? Oh. I think they can still go out. It would have taken a couple turns, but they might have been able to pop out and hit us, so... Well, knowing it's going to take them at least a turn to get through there, I'm actually going to move up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On the move.
I mean, there's got to be somebody in one of these houses.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's try to get a little bit of view over
On the move.
here, maybe. Maybe should have closed the hatch.
Yes, sir. On our way. Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Right. I kind of want to keep these guys back in the trees here in case we need to light machine gun some people. So let's leave them alone for this turn. I think I'm ready. Let's see what happens. Try to pay attention, see if it says how many turns we have left. None of that is surprising. I knew we shouldn't have... I knew it. I called it. You heard me. I was like, there's going to be a light machine gun team over there. That's where I would put a light machine gun team.
Moving out.
Alright, let's see if we can see anything.
Reporting.
I really like how visibility works with things around like low walls and stuff in this. Sort of reminds me of like the line of sight rules in the last 100 yards, which is a tabletop,
Reporting.
actually platoon level World War II strategy game. It's very fun, similar to this in some ways, but things like that where, you know, if your unit's like adjacent to a wall, you have line of sight across it, but
Yes, sir.
I think it just I like things in games where you know, some of these, like learning the rules, quote unquote, there's a lot of them. It can be really cumbersome, but sometimes you play a game where you're like, oh,
Yes, sir.
I bet this is how it works because, like,
On our way.
I understand how line of sight works in real life, you know? And you can kind of just, like, reason your way around. I bet if I move over there, I can see, and then, like, it turns out that's how the game does it. It's always nice. It makes, like, learning the game easier, and ultimately, you know, obviously it's just a much more immersive experience.
Moving out.
I feel like the line of sight and some of the stuff in this game really does that well. And actually, speaking of last 100 yards, I think is excellent for that. There's quite a bit in that game, actually, that just sort of feels, you know, as you're learning the game and you read the rules, you're just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because that's how it would happen in real life.
Receiving.
Alright, they can't see us, they can step through. It's going to take them a while to walk this way. If they do step through, that's going to eat up all their... They're not going to do anything for the rest of the turn. They could throw grenades over the fence at us. We've got our hatches closed. Or, not the fence, but the hedge. All that to say, I actually feel pretty good with our tank here. If they start running this direction, we'll need to do something. Probably just, honestly, drive forward. But for now, I really don't want to outpace our infantry down into here, because there's almost certainly yet another light machine gun team with a Panzerfaust somewhere in this orchard. Just waiting for us to get a little too gutsy. And for that reason, I'm actually not going to move this tank up this turn. I did not pay attention. I don't know if it told us how many turns we had left. It's Friday. I'm tired. Had some wine with dinner. It's not the most alert I've ever been. Alright. I don't want to push up. We're going to leave them there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have our mortar team? I guess we'll try to hit this. Ooh. This is tempting. I believe they just turned, so I don't think they're moving quickly, so they shouldn't get the speed bonus. I'm not actually sure they get the speed bonus against a mortar. It sort of would make logical sense that it doesn't matter, but I think we're going to do this, because this is what poses the most danger to our tanks. A little suppressed. Not terrible, not great.
Reporting.
And we're just going to leave them there.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to leave them there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Receiving.
Alrighty. The only thing I can think of is if we move here and then
On the move.
pivot, just to try to put a little more space between us. Like I said, I don't think there's any way they can actually get to us with the Panzerfaust, with the hedges in between us, but just to be a little extra cautious, since we were definitely not cautious a second ago when I felt like I should have been, and we lost a whole squad.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Alright, let's see what happens. Yeah, that's just expected. Yo. Alright. Suppressed. We only lost one crew member. We did take a bunch of movement point damage, but it's not the end of the world. Ooh, are you guys gonna get in there? Yeah, okay. That's what I kind of thought, but they shouldn't be able to fire on us this turn. Question is can we deal with them before they cause a problem? First off, these guys should have line of sight, I believe. Yes. That's partially why we left them there, and that's perfect. Alright.
Reporting. Moving out.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why I wanted to leave them there. I was more worried about somebody coming out of here, but same idea. Leave a machine gun team in cover, kind of protect us as we move up. It's not a bad idea.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, let's go here. I think this truck actually might block line of sight, though.
Yes, sir.
Whoops. Does. Alright, so we are gonna, well, they actually shot their one Panzerfaust, so this is a bit goofy, but we're just gonna repair our movement points right here, not move. We're probably fine.
Reporting.
Because we lost that crew member, we'll have a bit more, you have to repair the movement points, they're gonna be
Yes, sir.
down a little bit, and then we're probably not going to be able to use like the whole machine gun, for instance. Alright. Some suppression, we're pretty far, so that's not terrible for
Yes,
what it
sir.
was.
On our way.
Move these guys up here. It takes a lot of movement points to move across one of these low hedges. Excuse me, so I'm not going to be able to move across this turn, but we can get staged and ready for next turn.
Yes, sir.
I'm not pushing any forward with this thing for now. I do think I'm going to open my hatches again. There you go. And that's why. Yeah, keeping your hatches open makes it easier to spot enemies, and it also helps your aim too, so it's really good. But then obviously if somebody just does some small arms fire or throws a grenade at you, you're much more likely to lose crew members. I think the small arms fire is meant to indicate, the commanders, the tank commanders up here with the, the hatch open, looking out with binoculars or whatever, and might take some fire.
Yes, sir. Receiving.
This thing is going to be annoying, but I don't really know what to do about it, other than I guess we could bust through
Receiving.
here, but I don't want to push up further with this tank, so... For now, we're actually just going to sit tight.
Yes,
We
sir.
will do this, though. Because the mortar gets more accurate the more you fire at the same position, I don't really want to try to use it on these vehicles, the enemy vehicles, and be under the assumption that they're probably just going to move, and we're never going to get
Yes,
the
sir.
more
Receiving.
accurate follow-up shot, so... yeah, that orchard blocks a whole lot, so...
Receiving.
So actually, we ended up pushing more up the middle than I had intended. I kind of thought we were going to go up more this road, but, it just sort of went this way.
Receiving.
So, all that to say, I don't know that I really want this tank all on its own over on this left flank over here. I think actually we're maybe just going to, like I said before, just kind of use this more to pull security. And as such, I'm actually going to back it up a little bit, because we're going to go up this road here. But it'd be good to get just eyes down this road. If this thing tries to come around and cause problems, we can, deal with it.
Yes, sir.
But all of our infantry is kind of right here, and I think we're just going to keep pushing through these houses and this orchard over here, so...
Reporting.
We'll want our tanks to follow where we've sort of already cleared with infantry. Alright, they're just moving back. It's fine. Another kind of cool thing I think that maybe they could add is if these teams that had the, sort of the weapons that have a certain amount of ammunition, like the Panzerfaust, I believe they're all just, there's dedicated anti-tank teams, like the Piat teams and the Panzerschreck teams. They have, infinite ammo, and it's like 2 guys, but these, like, LMG teams with the Panzerfaust, which I think are supposed to be, like, SS, I don't know, they might be, like, Pioneer teams or what, but, when you know that they only have 1 Panzerfaust, all of a sudden it's like a lot less scary to push up here with tanks after they've fired the one. It'd be kind of cool if there's like a random number, if they, maybe if it was just if the enemies had it or something, it's like a random number between 1 and like 1 or 2 or something. I don't know. It may imbalance the game,
Receiving.
but
On the move.
just a thought. I'm just going to back up and try to hit this guy. I think he's going to be annoying if we don't take care of him. Next turn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so let's push
Yes,
up these
sir.
guys first. Can't quite make it into the house, but we can get up next to it.
Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting.
Also move these guys back through here a little bit more.
Moving out. Reporting.
You know what? Why not? Some smoke in the road
Smoke
here.
grenades away. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Alright, I think these people have fulfilled their purpose here. Actually, let's move these guys up
Reporting.
first. So we've already got some view this way, so I think we want them on the back side of this house. So
Moving out.
there. Alright. And then this team.
Yes, sir.
Or might just go over the wall and into the orchard, so we'll start moving
On
this
our way.
direction.
Yes, sir.
Still have our light mortar here. Alright, well. It's kind of tempting. Is this an anti-tank half track? No, he's just got MG42. Well, let's just do this. Close, but not quite.
Yes, sir.
Alright, up to there. It's very risky. We haven't cleared this house, but I'd like to take some shots at this thing. Ooh, nice, good hit. Knocked out the whole team. And the vehicle. Excellent.
Yes, sir.
Still repairing our gun there.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Don't really like how bunched up we are here, but sort that next turn.
Reporting.
Yeah, I'm becoming increasingly certain that the mortar team is just fine and we didn't need to leave these guys back here, but whatever. I mean, who knows? That light machine gun team could be creeping through these bushes. Maybe we
Moving
should take a look, but... Alright. Let's see what we got. Ooh, what we got here? Is that Panzer IV? It's hard to tell, I need to zoom in. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Yeah, it's a Panzer IV.
Yes, sir.
You shouldn't be able to see him from here because of the house. You can see him from there, though. Alright.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I feel pretty good about the Churchill armor versus the Panzer IV. We'll see, though. Let's see, do we say that was where we can see him from? Yeah.
Yes, sir. On the move.
I mean, we've got a nice side armor shot here, which is always good. Do have their hatches open too, so maybe get lucky here. Nope. I like the cinematic shots on the fire.
Yes, sir.
Alright, our movement points are down, and we've got less gunnery points because we've got a dead dude, and because of that we can't use the whole MG as well.
Yes,
But
sir.
we're going to lead with these guys, because we've got a bit more movement here, and I don't want to clog up our path forward.
Reporting.
These guys are going to just try to take
Moving
some
out.
cover over here. Oh, actually, before we deal with all that, let's do this.
Receiving.
This is ridiculous. I don't know why I drove up like that. It's just talking about how the AI is good. Did we kill the whole crew? It's immobilized. The crew, I think, is still alive. It is. Alright, well, it's interesting. Let's put these
Reporting.
guys up.
Moving out. Reporting.
Let's move
Moving
these
out.
guys up too.
Yes, sir.
And
On our way. Yes, sir. On our way. On our way. Yes, sir.
well,
On our way.
let's do that for now. Actually thinking we should,
Yes, sir.
because this guy doesn't have as much movement, and we're really gonna,
On the move.
it's gonna be much more useful stationary for the rest of this, just to try to get him where at least he can see down the road.
Reporting.
Just do
Moving
another
out.
little patrol over here.
Yes, sir. On our way. Yes, sir.
And we still have the light mortar team. We're just going to continue to do this. Nope. Okay, we're actually going to pay attention this time and see if we have a turn limit that's showing up here. I fully expected that. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Get your side mounted, I guess. Don't think you should be able to fire at us.
Bailing out, sir.
Alright, we got a bailout there. Sort of expected. Okay, we got 13 turns still. We got a lot. This is, not gonna lie, this
Yes,
is
sir.
feels a bit easy
On our
compared to
way.
some of the other, you know, maybe this would be an earlier mission if this was more of a campaign. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
This is feeling a bit easy compared to some of the other ones that
On our
we've
way.
done, but
Yes, sir. Reporting.
really just want to
Moving
get
out.
Ooh, shoot. I didn't know that they moved up. Wow. That's a
Yes, sir.
solvable problem. Yeah.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Something like that. Try to suppress them just a little bit more. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We just want to get out into the road here. So we
On the
can
move.
use you for stuff and things.
On the move.
Actually, like decent amount of maneuverability still, based on our lost movement points.
Yes, sir.
We've got a 3-inch gun on this thing. I think we should be able to. I think it's a 3-inch gun, right? Oh, 6-pounder. I actually don't know if that's a 3-inch or not, but I feel like we should be able to do some damaging on the front of one of these guys here. Yeah, do some track damage.
That's that one
Any crew casualties though. I do love the animations in this are really great. Like they're very dynamic. The fact that these like the side plates fall off here, or like sometimes you'll see like a road wheel or a return roller or like the idler or whatever come off. It's pretty cool.
Receiving.
We know that there's an infantry crew back there, but I honestly don't care. We're on a...
On the move.
Yeah, we just saw them. I don't really care. We're on a... trying to capture a point here. We don't got time to mess with those guys. Probably not going to cause us any problems.
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely not light mortaring those guys again because proximity to us, so maybe we'll just do this. Go for the morale points. Well,
Reporting. Moving out. Reporting.
alright. We need to get some guys out of this
Moving out.
orchard. Scope things out. The more I've played this, I definitely think that they improved the they did some performance improvements. This just, it feels a lot, everything feels a lot smoother, which is great, but they didn't specifically call that out in the patch notes, so I'm a bit surprised. Alright, got a sniper team there. Yeah. So the sniper team is definitely going to become the primary target for our mortar. They only have the single shot like that, but it's very high chance to hit from far away. They're trying to throw grenades at us. That should be fine. So we want these guys to get inside, preferably here where we can throw grenades. And there is a light machine gun team there as well. Oh, that was effective. I think even though there's a sniper team here, being inside of buildings in this game is pretty good. We'll see. I don't know if they'll be able to be effective against us or not. We're still hidden here. I'm going to wait one turn. When our stability's higher, I think we should be pretty effective against those guys.
Reporting.
And then here we're unspotted.
Moving out.
I definitely think I'm going to at least change it to the middle.
Reporting.
The middle one where it won't like re-mark you as hidden if you're hidden again. Obviously the most realistic thing to do would be to turn it off altogether, but I'm not sure if that would have,
Yes, sir.
you know, game balance implications. Might make it more difficult than it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Receiving.
Alright, what can you see? What do your elf eyes see? We're just going to keep moving up a
On
bit.
the move.
Sure, why not? A bit more. Alright, I don't even know why we're waiting around. This is the most exciting part. We should be shooting at this guy. Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Alright, here's the question. If we move the front guy, that guy could take a shot potentially. But then we hurt our accuracy with the front guy a whole lot.
Yes, sir.
I think we just do this. Yeah. Ooh, we can fire on that sniper team. Oh, lucky hit. That basically means, I believe that's when the odds are minimal, but you still score a hit anyways, because it's like less than 1% or whatever. Yeah, that's a good hit.
That one's gone through.
Alright, their gun's out. That's good. They're probably going to bail out on their turn, would be my guess.
Reporting. Moving out.
We're spotted here, so this could be potentially
Yes, sir.
problematic.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
Select our light mortar here. I held down shift there. When you hold down shift and select a unit,
Yes, sir.
that's the default hotkey anyways. It doesn't move the camera, so it's kind of nice for like the mortars where typically it would pan back to them. Alright.
Yes, sir.
Just keep moving these
On our
guys
way.
up.
Yes, sir.
Alright, well,
On the move.
might as well, I guess, go through here. It's not as... It's going to go really slow because of both the terrain and the fact that we're missing some movement points, but we didn't move that other tank at all, so I think we're kind of blocked off. And it's not really worth the morale points to go assault that house, even though we think there's still guys in there. They have got a light machine gun. We don't need to get over there for any reason, so let's leave them be.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, and this guy I kind of forgot about. Let's push it
On
here.
our way.
Alright. That turn felt pretty productive. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They're bailing out, sir.
Yeah, definitely not surprised there. Also not surprised there. Yeah, that's rough. I should not have moved them all the way up. That was a whole squad wipe, I think. I might have one guy left. Oh, we do have one guy left. Still, that's rough.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. The AI is sometimes very smart. Like, it moved to where it's blocked by that. I'm just going to go for this. And I don't want to lose the morale, so we'll just move these guys back.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
I don't think we're going to have line of sight, even if we go to, like... Ooh, we will on the sniper team, though.
Yes, sir.
Of course, it's reciprocal, so they will on us as well,
On our
but...
way.
Oh. That's not what
Yes,
I
sir.
clicked. Oh well. We know they bailed out, so there's no point in firing on that thing. We're just going to advance.
On the move. Reporting. Moving out.
Huh. Kind of surprised I
Yes,
actually
sir.
can't see those. Let's see. If we go here,
On our way.
some good line of sight over here. Actually position our turret in a pretty useful direction. Let's try this first. The off chance we get lucky. Nope. Actually, I'm a little more worried about this as opposed to the sniper right now. We also still have our
Yes,
mortar
sir.
team, so just take a shot on this sniper, I guess. Nope.
Receiving.
Alright. Can we see you? We cannot. We're going to keep advancing. There's almost certainly a machine gun team in here. I just feel like there has to be. We're going to get Panzerfausted next turn. I feel it. Oh, really? Okay.
Reporting.
Maybe let's do another smoke.
Smoke grenades away.
Oh, we can probably rally or... Oh, okay. This was good. I wanted to check out the range. So we don't know what the max range is, but we can rally this guy. So that, you know, he was suppressed before. Theoretically, if we wanted to use him, we could unsuppress him. That's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to push
On our
up.
way.
This is riskier than I need to be, but it's boring just to play two.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Too conservatively. Let's just
On
move
our
up to
way.
here.
Reporting.
Yeah, these.
Moving out. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Might as well. Oh, we can't. Oh, it's because of the smoke we just laid down. Smart. Let's just call it. See what happens. That's an interesting choice. Alright,
Yes, sir.
well, we're going to do this.
On our way.
And then hopefully kill ourselves a sniper. Yep, nice.
Yes, sir.
We're just gonna push up here. We gotta
On the move.
scout the point and also maybe we'll uncover where this team is over here. So we got one. I think this whole thing is the objective. So we've got one unit on. We just need to get a couple more on.
Receiving.
Might as well do this. Yeah.
Reporting.
Push up with our
Moving out.
HQ group.
Yes, sir.
We already moved and fired with you.
Yes, sir.
Don't want to push you into the road quite yet. Just push up here.
Reporting. Yes, sir. On our way.
Alright, yeah.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
If we go there, this should be hidden.
Yes, sir.
Might as well do this. Nope.
Reporting.
Sure. And you guys are just gonna stay there.
Yes, sir. On our way.
They can definitely see them there, I think, but I'm not too worried about it.
Reporting.
Should be very suppressed for one thing.
Moving out. Reporting.
And that's that other
Yes, sir.
right. See you.
On the move.
Alright. Let's end the turn. Should be just one or two more turns here, and I think we should be good.
Receiving. On the move.
It's definitely gonna be at least two, but probably no more than that.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. On our way.
Yeah, definitely no more than that.
Reporting.
We're just gonna keep
Moving
moving
out.
there. There's no point in risking morale loss.
Yes, sir. On the move. Yes, sir.
Well, that was devastating. Kind of surprised, actually. I was wondering if we might.
On our way.
Feels like we're probably getting close to a morale victory here. curious how many other... I guess there's this whole side of the map that we didn't even go on. There might be a bunch of units over there.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Oops.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Alright. There's no point in prolonging this. Let's just, well...
Yes, sir.
I can't help myself. Let's do this at least. Oh, they disappeared off the map. They were over here somewhere. Maybe we get lucky. I think that's too far back. If it hit, that might be right. I think they're here or here. I don't know. Either way, let's end the turn. Should win it next turn. Although I guess it never said that was the point.
He's knocked out.
Yeah. Ooh. I was counting some chickens before they hatched there. What is this? I don't think is that supposed to be a pack 40? It seems like it's too big. But maybe it's a pack 40. I don't know. Either way, that was scary.
Yes, sir.
Cannot see me there.
Reporting.
Well, I don't really want to push it. We're just going to do this. I think this might end the mission anyways. If not, we'll go attack that with infantry. And actually, before we do any of
Yes,
that,
sir.
we'll do this. Alright.
Yes, sir. On our way. Yes, sir. On our
Alright,
way.
I think that should be it. The objective here? Oh, do we need to get to the other side of this thing?
Reporting. Receiving.
Well, I'm not driving out there.
Receiving. Reporting. Yes, sir. On the move. Yes, sir. On our way.
Well, now,
Reporting.
it's interesting. I suppose we start preparing as if we were going to assault this gun here. It's possible when I end the turn, it's going to say I've got three
Yes, sir.
groups, or three
On our way.
bust through back here behind them. Takes a while to turn those things around. And actually, if it's a pack 40, I don't know that they can, because they haven't implemented like hitching. Although, if it's a pack 40, I still maintain that I'm pretty sure the gun crews could very awkwardly move them around such that they could at least be aiming the other direction.
Reporting.
But,
Reporting.
alright. Okay, well the turn is not over. Ooh, yeah. This is, for the game, I mean.
Yes, sir. On our way. Reporting. Moving out.
Alright, we're spotted there, but I don't know if they're going to go for us or
Yes,
not.
sir. On our way.
I think we might be hidden there.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir. On our way.
You have successfully pushed
okay.
through the enemy and split their defensive line.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, this was the new mission. Pretty fun. A bit easy compared to, you know, I feel like if you look at the missions currently on this list here, they definitely go, well, basically tutorial and then sort of easy to harder. So this one being at the end doesn't really make sense compared to at least like the length and difficulty of like Rats and Cats and Thorn in the Side, and honestly even back here. So they might be tweaking this one some more. But yeah, fun mission. Really like the Churchills. Really like being able to crush through the bocage. I do wonder if they need to tweak making foot units at least be able to follow it through with less movement points. I think that might be good. To play around with it a bit more. Yeah, but I mean, it's great to see them add a mission. I'll play this as the German players at some point. Probably, I do think I might do another one of these videos. Probably the next I'll do is, like I said, the preview of the force selection. I believe this has been updated. Let's take a quick look real quick. This preview section here is sort of ideas that they're just working on. They're very rough, and it's a lot more about figuring out the game mechanic rather than like the UI and stuff. I expect is going to be real rough, but I think that's the right order to do it in. I think that's smart of them. Oh wow, okay. Okay, interesting. So this is sort of like if you're going to do like a skirmish type mission where you want to just fully customize it. I don't know if the weather actually affects anything yet or if it's purely cosmetic. Like I said, I sort of suspect that it will get to the point where it actually has gameplay effects, but even if it doesn't right now, it's nice just for the visual differences. And then this is pretty cool too. Yeah, it'd be interesting to try playing the mission as different force sizes and see how that affects what sort of tactics and strategy you might want to use. I'm assuming, yeah, we picked large. We've got 2,100 points here, and then this looks pretty similar to, the force selection preview that was in the previous one, except for we've got, Churchill's in here now. So yeah, I think I'll do another video where I actually try playing through, selecting a force and playing through this mission. I think that'd be fun. So, but anyways, if you have made it this far, thanks for watching. I'm BitFlipper. Once again, this is the Troop. It's available in early access on Steam. There's a free playable demo that has multiple missions. You can really get a good idea of what this game's all about if you go download and play that. Highly recommend it. Super fun. And yeah, until next time, hope you all have a good one.